you must be talking about that linchpin life. So, I got an email the other day from someone who had a question about growth, and it kind of read like this. I'm trying to keep growing, but there's so many challenges to my growth. I always get discouraged. How can you stay focused on your growth with so many things that seem to get in the way? That is a great question. I appreciate you for sharing that question with us. And let me just say this. When you're human, it's okay to be human, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone wants to quit. I don't care if you're Jeff Bezos or you're Antonio Johnson. We all go through the same thing. Growth is challenging because it's hard, because so much stuff happens and goes against what you're trying to do or what you assume was going to happen. So I'm glad you asked that question. So I'm going to try to give you what I think is some great ways to continue to grow versus your challenges. First thing is be okay with change. Be okay with change. Like, start having what is called a change mentality, right? Don't be that person who's so stubborn that you don't want to continue to grow. Like, change is the thing that keeps you committed, because you realize if I don't fix it, it's going to change on me anyway. I'm going to get left out. And that's important. So, number one, focus on making sure there's a change. Remember that everyone's not going to support you in what you're trying to do. Some of your closest friends, they're not going to be ready to go where you're going. And you're going to be stuck on that, trying to make sure that all the people you love get to go with you where you're going. Can't focus on that. Realize that where you're going, you're going to make some new friends, and you're going to end up leaving a lot of your old friends behind. It's just part of change. And it's part of growth. If you still have the same friends and you say you've grown, you probably didn't grow. That's the reality of it. When you grow, you get new people in your life. That's just what happens. Number three, when you're trying to grow, realize that it gets heavy. You see how I'm carrying him? You got to carry the weight. You got to be okay with it. You got to carry the weight. And it's not always going to agree with you. See how he's fighting me? Look at that. You've got to carry this weight, even when this weight doesn't want to be carried. That is part of growing. And the reason being because you're doing something you've never done before. And it's always going to be challenging. It just doesn't work out like you want it to. I'd like for my son just to say, carry me, Dad. Just take me wherever. But he doesn't. He wants to get on the ground. So that's how it is, okay? Understanding the inconvenience that comes with trying to grow. It's automatic. It just comes with the territory. Things don't just work out. You're going to often be inconvenienced. So you have to learn how to live with inconvenience while you're growing. When something sets you off, just like me, I still need to do this video regardless to my kids. My kids are here with me. They have no choice. And I can't let that stop me from making sure that I'm doing what I'm doing to help grow. Not only you, but myself, and sticking to my own goals to be able to help you. So, number one, the inconvenience of growth is always going to be challenging, but you've got to learn to live with that inconvenience and still accomplish your goals. So the next thing is about being accountable to your goals, right? You can set goals all day. You can say what you want to do all day. But at the end of the day, are you actually going to accomplish them? You got to get an accountability partner. Someone who you will actually listen to and respect when they tell you you're not doing what you said you would do. That's very, very important. And sometimes you need to invest in that. You need to pay money, because sometimes you'll listen to your friends and other times you won't. But somebody you're paying, you're going to listen to them because you don't want to waste your money. You understand that there's a Bible scripture that says, wherever your treasure is, so is your heart. Your heart isn't changing unless the treasure is causing it to change. You understand that? So think about that for a minute. Wherever your heart is, there's your treasure. You want to change, then your heart has to change. So the question is, are you investing in that area so your heart can change? Look at my kids, see? I still have to do what I have to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and chase them down. I'll see you.